Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review on Goosebumps episode 8. You can't scare me, so let's begin the first video. I must say, I was actually pleasantly surprised by how good this episode was. I wasn't expecting much from it. I just expected it to be a continuation and kind of a disappointing one. Just like the last one gave us a Goosebumps, but this was actually a really, really good episode. Might actually be one of my favourite episodes of the entire series yet, because this was a great episode. I really enjoyed it. It had, the continuation. I was wondering how they would continue episode 7 when the kids were trapped in the scrapbook and it was thrown into a puddle. Well, they continued it really well. They handled it pretty well, I would say. So, obviously spoilers for the episode. So if you haven't watched the episode yet, do go ahead and watch it, of course. But if you have seen the episode or you don't mind get spoilers, then you can, just go ahead and continue watching this review because there's gonna be some spoilers in this review. So obviously, the kids do eventually find a way out, or Mr. Brat writes a way out. They go back into the real world, and then they must go and save Nora, who is Lucas's mum. Also, whilst Nora is travelling to her cabin in the mountains, she's also being chased by Mr. Brat, obviously who's possessed by Harold Meadow. Obviously, Harold wanting Slapback, who Nora has in her duffel bag. So it's like a one big little chase. Slap is actually broken apart. He's like, I didn't expect him to be heads and limbs and legs, but yeah, he's broken apart. Nora's got him, and then and then the kids eventually reach their I think half of the episode is actually just Harold the possessed Mr. Brat chasing Nora around in the mountains in a little cat and mouse game. Eventually, Harold gets the bag with Slappy's parts in it. He escapes. Nora is knocked out, I think. I don't know. I think she's knocked out because she doesn't respond. And then Mr. Brat escapes and builds Slappy together again. Well, meanwhile, the kids arrive. James and Isabella, I always forget. I think it's Isabella. Isabella and James, they watch to make sure if Mr. Brat doesn't come back. Well, Isaiah, Margot, and Lucas go look for Nora, of course. Lucas's mum. And yeah, Isaiah falls off. I think he slips off, and he's hanging on the edge of a cliff, whilst Margot and Lucas walk ahead. They try and find them, but they eventually give up. Well, they don't give up, but they eventually find Nora instead. So they try to help her up, and then it cuts back. Well, it cuts back to where James and Isabella are racing in the car. Their parents unexpectedly pull up, and then they go looking for the rest of the group. Isaiah still hanging on the cliff, poor Isaiah. And then Slappy, I did not expect it. Slappy is all built up again. He's back with the possessed brat. And they're about to push him off the cliff. About to, when the whole gang, or the team, comes. And then one more changes everything. So, I think Nora said something, I forgot what it was. I'm so stupid, I know. But it's something that Harold's parents said to him when he was still alive. Something bear. I can't be bothered to look it up. I'm just really lazy. But something bear. Do let me know in the comments below if you do remember it. And then that changes Harold and realises that Slappy was manipulating him. Whilst he had provided him popularity and stuff, he kind of manipulated him and took control of him to turn his parents into dummies, which was Slappy's fault and not his fault. So Harold realises the truth. He turns against the dummy, and this is one of my favourite part of the episode. He picks up Slappy, because he can't walk. For some reason, this version of Slappy can't walk in the series. He picks up Slappy, tosses him, and throws him down into the abyss or ravine down below, off the cliff. So that is awesome. That is actually really cool to see. I've never seen a fate like Slappy thrown off a cliff before. We've seen him, his head cracked, smashed open, and gets all to bits, electrocuted, sucked up back into books, all those things, but I've never seen Slappy being thrown off a cliff. That's just awesome to see. Although I must say, when he gets thrown off the cliff and it shows him again, shows him falling, it's pretty fake. I could tell the effects there weren't that great. But other than that, it's just really, really good. Harold's ghost, who's all burnt, turns back into normal Harold. Touches Margot's mum's hand and then sees his parents' spirits. He joins them in the afterlife, finally at peace. And there we go. It seems like a happy ending. Everyone's back to normal. Mr. Brett's back to normal, not possessed by Harold anymore. Harold's now at peace in the afterlife with his parents. Slappy's dead, or so we think. We'll get to that in a minute. And then the kids are also happy. So they start to walk away. It's a happy ending for everyone. They go back to the town and home, stuff like that. But it's not over yet. Goosebumps always has a happy ending, but will have one last scare or twist or cliffhanger, which I just love. The camera comes back to Slappy, now broken again, on the ground after being thrown, obviously. Man, Slappy must be really weak in this show. And then the camera pans to his head. The head is broken again, and stops right next to his head. And then Slappy opens one eye. So obviously still alive. But obviously Harold was his partner in the first 8 episodes of the show. And as we know, there's going to be 10, so there's going to be 2 more episodes left. And you'll obviously have to partner someone else. So it is teased and implied he's going to team up with someone else in the teaser for episode 9 at the end of episode 8. But yeah, I just love this ending. This was the best ending yet of any episode. I'm a Slappy sucker, or like a fan for Slappy. He's just my favourite Goosebumps villain. I grew up with him. Like, I don't know why, but I giggled with excitement and I laughed whenever I came on screen, because I used to watch the movies and some of the 90s TV show episodes with him. And it's just so great, man. He's just really, really such a good character. Keep in mind the fact that he's British, because in this show he is British. And it's a pretty unique take of Slappy. We've had Ginger Slappy, we've had a regular American Slappy, we've had now British Slappy. I like him. That's kind of take of Slappy. But he is quite weak, so that's the only downside to this version of Slappy. But anyway, I have really positive things about this episode. My only issue is that they spent a bit too long on Nora and Mr. Bratt, possessed by Harold, playing a game of cat and mouse in the mountains. It was a bit boring after a few minutes. But other than that, it's a really, really solid episode. I didn't think I would enjoy You Can't Scare Me that much, but I did. And I can't wait to see the final episodes. Night of the Living Dummy Part 2 and Welcome to Horrorland. And I don't really have any negatives apart from, like I said, just that little part with Nora and Biddle. But yeah, if you enjoyed this review, guys, please give this video a like, subscribe to Fun Studios if you want to. Comment down below if you've seen this episode or not. If you have, please tell me what you thought of the episode, if you liked it or not. And until this video, bye bye.